Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching Battlestar Galactica. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching episode 14 of season 3 of Battlestar Galactica. The last episode, I still don't know. I don't know if we can confirm that Gaius is in fact not a Cylon, or if he is one. Just because they kind of fooled me a little bit with like the download scene with Gaius when he attempted suicide. But I don't think that you could die, be downloaded, and then be sent back. So I'm leaning more towards he is in fact human, but again, I don't know if that's the bait and switch. I don't know if that is the good old cowboy switch where it's like, this thing happened, don't look over here, and like just switch. So I'm TBD. But he did have a moment with Gaeta in which, Gaeta wanted to kill him in that last episode. And that's what he got up to do in the middle of the night. And then when he was in the room with Gaius said something in his ear. And I don't know what Gaeta did when he was on New Caprica, but there's something that he's not proud of that the rest of the crew doesn't know. And I know Gaius has a way of holding things over somebody's head. And I don't know if Gaeta thought maybe he got away with something, or maybe they do know and like they don't know the whole truth about something. I'm not quite sure, but that was quite a surprising scene for me, is to see Gaeta trying to actually kill Gaius instead of just the gun to his head, which I thought was a great moment when we were on New Caprica. I was like, wow, Gaeta, all right, picking a side. I love it. There's always episodes where they like let you know something about a character that either makes you think more highly of them, or that you're more understanding about them, or that you're just kind of like, okay, now you're sus again, dude. And I think because Gaeta's always been mildly sus to me, like he's going to remain that way. But I mean, I have genuinely liked the Gaeta that we have been getting in this season alone. I feel like he's a really strong character, and I feel like he is learning from his mistakes. And even though he wanted to do or try to do what was best for everybody in his mind, it failed. He followed the wrong person, and hopefully he learned his lesson from that. Now, also in the last episode, the tactics in which we were implementing to try to get Gaius to, like, I don't know, admit at least something. I mean, he kind of did admit his guilt and admit his part in the downfall of man and the Cylon attack. But the way that they went about it, the screaming and the yelling and the threatening to throw him out the airlock, and, kind of like him calling their bluff on it a little bit, which I wouldn't have. Rosalind has had no problem saying, throw this guy out the airlock, throw these two guys out the airlock, like when she's talking about the Cavils that were in the brig, and then, of course, the Open, which was a good call, I still think. Anytime you have a chance to kill him, go for it. I don't care if he's re-downloaded. Stab him in the face. I'm sorry. He is a creepy dude. He's keeping somebody captive in your home for 4 months to try to play pretend house with, and then steal somebody's daughter and say, this is yours. And then obviously, he was the one that like either threw Casey down the stairs or tripped her, slammed her head against the stairs or whatnot. Like he staged the whole thing. So it's just like, he's just not a good dude. He's not a good dude. I don't care how many feels he has for Starbuck and where that comes from. I don't care. I don't like him. I don't like him. I don't like him. So I wouldn't have second guessed the fact that Rosalind said throw him out the airlock and that she meant it. I thought she meant it in the episode as well. And then the whole like acid trip truth serum drowning tank, the whole light thing, which was very interesting, but I don't like, and I think what bothers me the most is that it was brought up by Admiral Adama. If it had been brought up by Exo Ty, I would have been like, yeah, I could see him doing that. Yep. I could see that being a tactic that Ty would be like, we should try. Make him trip balls, and then he'll tell us the truth. It's more so that it came from Adama, because I just think highly of him and higher of him than that. So it is what it is. It happened. You know, Gaius seemed to come out of it okay. I would say, like, okay, I don't know. I don't know if Gaius is ever truly okay. I don't know if I should worry about his body giving out on him at some point or his mind cracking and him totally going nuts. I'm not sure. But we didn't get anything about Six and where she's being held on Galactica and like what's going on with her. And I'm really hoping that we get into an episode where we are with her, because you don't see a lot of Trisha Helfer and Mary McDonald in the same scene where they're actually interacting with each other. It always seems like she's interacting with Gaius and like, you know, he's like seeing Six in his head. So I would really like to see those two kind of go toe to toe a little bit. I think that that would be brilliant. And then of course we got relationship dramas and tea spilling and who's going to love who and be with who and blah, 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 and all that crap. These are the days of our lives on Battlestar Galactica. and just in case, I brought my happy juice, which I have not done a rosé and react in quite some time, but I don't know if Lee and Kara are still giving each other looks over their loved ones' shoulders. Jesus. And I'm trying to figure out like why they love each other. You know, like with Zach, I get like that she was probably very in love with Zach, but like Zach doesn't really look like Lee, and just because he's an Adama, I don't think that that's a reason why she'd be drawn to him. But I was thinking about it and I was like, you couldn't think of two people that are more opposite each other. The fact that Lee like came from a good family and has a good caring parent that's, you know, still there for him. And I don't want to say that he's a Boy Scout, because definitely Hilo is, but he definitely started out with the show being the Boy Scout of the show. So he's always just kind of been like, you know, in a better position in life than what Starbuck had. And I think maybe she idealizes that a little bit. And I don't know, like she probably is just like thinking like he's all the things I'm not. And, you know, he might also be doing that with Starbuck, where he's just like, wow, just living life, you know, free and loose and doing whatever you want. And because she seems like a wild card. She's a wild child. She's, you know, just an extreme, the complete opposite way. And I think for him to see somebody express that much freedom, even though it is not freedom, she's very much being held captive by her own heart and her own mind. But what he sees is somebody who lives life without abandon. So to me, I think, I think that they idealize those things about each other and wish they had those things as part of themselves. So I can see why there might be an attraction, but like wanting something because it's so the opposite of you is not a reason to love somebody. It's, you know, you want somebody to love all the things about you, not be envious about those things. So I don't know if that's true or if I was just, I think I'm really trying to grasp their relationship and what makes them tick and why they are so drawn to each other, because I get so annoyed by it because it is very toxic and they have two people that love them very, very much and want to be with them. And, you know, I'm not saying that like, I think those two people deserve better than what they've been given in these relationships, and maybe they should try something. I don't know. I can't really see Anders and Dee together, but what I'm saying is that like, they have all this love to give and the other person isn't really open to receiving it. I don't think they'd be open to receiving love from each other, because every time they've been in the position of like, if you want me to divorce Anders and you're going to leave Dee, let's do this. And, you know, a couple episodes, it was reversed where he said, you know, I want you to leave him and I'll leave Dee and, you know, I'm not going to cheat. So it's just like they still won't make that decision for each other. So it's just, I think that they're just two people that don't really know what they want and don't know how to handle the thing that they got. And it's always the grass is greener on the other side, maybe. I'm not sure. But the grass is always greener where you water it. That's for damn sure. Or you can kill it because it's overwatered. So you have to treat it just right. All right. Well, enough of that. But yeah, I'm excited to get into these episodes because now it seems like the whole family's back on Galactica. And by family, I mean my family. I don't think that Rosalind considers Gaius family, but like she's my auntie and he's my uncle. And I'm like, I want to hang out with you guys because you're the fun ones at Christmas. So guys, I'm really excited to get into this episode. So let's go. that a toy? Do they actually get to spend time with Hera? They get to keep Hera, right? Or like they haven't like said anything like whether or not she's sick, if she's well, if they fixed it. Oh, she is with them.
So pretty rough night last night, huh?
Oh, stupid dream, whatever.
So you're okay?
Yeah.
Sleep deprived.
They're about to increase the population down there by 300 and you're okay.
Yeah.
300?
You're gonna check up on Hera, right?
Yes, babe, I'm gonna check up on Hera.
Aww.
Me too.
I love them. Who knew? Who knew that when they hooked up, I would be so committed to these two? I really am.
You heard the man. Get your ass in motion.
Move! I got things under control here, Colonel.
Do you?
Sure you do.
I don't know. The guy who's cranky screaming with an eye patch, he gets shit done.
No, we're fine. Okay. We don't need a doctor.
I know.
Thank you. Look, we don't need a doctor.
I don't know what that actor's name is, but he's very, very, very familiar.
I'm Sagittarian. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot. They're different planets. They're not different cities. Like, they have different customs and everything.
How about here?
All right, that's enough. Thank you.
Hands off me!
Thank you. Settle down.
I'm just trying to help, buddy.
Hey, you just keep your hands to yourself.
Yeah, they're sick. Ugh. Make me put my mask on. After 20 years in dentistry, believe me, masks have saved my life one time after another.
Hey, Doc, I don't know, but some of these people, they look, sick. Yeah.
Wait, medic!
And if they're from a planet that doesn't believe in medicine, that's not good. Ugh. Oh, you can't go see your baby girl after this either. Ugh. Just, I always say, like, like, during COVID, people asked us at a dental office what we were doing differently. And we said, nothing. We always act like everyone's trying to kill us. So, I mean, I went a very long time without ever having a cold, and I attribute it to the mask. And I know people are anti-mask, and you can be wrong. It's fine. But definitely those situations, it spreads like wildfire. I just don't want Carl to get sick and then give it to Hera. Unless it's a stomach flu. You know, you lose a good, like, 10 pounds of water weight.
It'll kill you within 3 to 5 days.
How contagious is it?
Well, it's not airborne, so we lucked out there.
Oh, good. Thank
It's,
God.
Spread through human contact, saliva. Right now, it seems confined to the Sagittarians.
That's good. You're welcome to it.
Oh, ew. What's your opinion on that, Ty?
Well, at least you won't have to worry about having enough medicine for the Sagittarians.
Yeah, most of them are gonna refuse it.
Probably all of them.
People are gonna die.
Yeah.
That's because they're a bunch of stubborn, root-sucking jackasses, holding on to traditions that are 1,000 years old.
There's room for Ayurvedic medicine. Come on. You can like both. Special guest star Bruce Davidson. I'm guessing that's who it is. I guess he's just somebody I'm going to recognize by face. I can't really place anything else he's been on, but he's just got that face.
You will have sectarian violence. You will have assassination attempts. You will have civil unrest on a scale we've never seen.
You're so dramatic.
Work, labor, everyday routine in this fleet will come to a complete halt.
You don't know that.
I'm here if you need me.
He's so dramatic.
Best friend, your worst enemy.
Yeah.
I've never seen him like that.
He's probably really trying to sell a point. Maybe. I don't trust Zarek. I like him, but I don't trust him. It's like I like Gaius, but I don't trust Gaius.
Yes, can I help you?
My son is dead.
I'm sorry. It's a soma braid, right?
You Sagittarians believe it's supposed to bring good health?
Hilo.
Look, I'm sorry, it's not enough.
This didn't have to happen.
I know, you're
Yes, it
frustrated.
did.
Oh.
He was killed. He died because I made a mistake.
What?
Okay.
I took a chance. I went to Dr. Robert. I let the doctor give the medicine to Willie.
Oh, damn it.
That doctor killed my son.
I don't know who that is, but she's a really good actress. I just want to point that out. Sometimes people just die. It's not miracles. Like, just because you take a pill, it doesn't mean you're going to live. Just because you get a shot of penicillin doesn't mean you're going to be okay.
Sorry, ma'am, but if you would have just turned the corner a little sooner on your superstitious crap, we could have saved your son.
Yeah, he couldn't say that. I get it.
Excuse me? I'm gonna vaccinate you.
Oh, yeah, get that vaccination, Hilo. Take this shirt off.
You're done.
Oh. Oh, I forgot about the bar. I mean, I didn't, but I forgot about that they could have games. How much fun.
Hey, it's pretty rough down there, huh?
Only if you're a Sagittarian. Dying, you know, it seems so senseless.
Yeah, well, you get no tears from me.
Well, you guys could be a little bit more sympathetic about it.
Yeah.
It seems like a very violent
religious
game.
freaks lifted a finger down on New Caprica against
Hey,
asylum.
Chief, knock it off.
Well, a lot of good resistance people lost their lives.
Yeah, you're gonna get hit by a ball from D.
Physicians are spreading disease because they refuse to acknowledge that the body and the mind are myths.
Well, this body's no myth.
Oh, happy that you're loving on your wife there, Lee. Makes me very happy.
So they're treating you well then?
Yeah, well enough.
Oh, good. They could give her different clothes.
Take a while to get to the point, though, don't they? I want to thank you for what you did. I'm still not sure why you did it, though.
Head Gaius! Ah! I'm so excited.
What are we doing here?
Look, your best chance of survival is to work with them. And that means to help them expose Baltar for his crimes.
But she loves him.
Thank you. No, care about you.
Not shocked about that they're watching, that they want to hear that interaction. Until she starts talking to herself, thinking that she's talking to Gaius.
You're here because you want to be human.
That's actually, yeah, a little bit.
There's a trick to being human. You have to think only about yourself.
That's not being human.
Okay, what do you think she's doing now?
Oh, wouldn't you like to know?
Someone, I don't know, I've seen her do it before.
Oh, God! Oh, God! I hate how people act like medicine's a guarantee. It's not.
I tried to help him, you ignorant fool!
Okay, get behind me.
They don't believe in medicine, but they believe in violence. Cool.
Who said they changed their mind? I administered the Bitamucin on my own.
Without their consent.
Oh, no.
Look, it was the middle of the night. I was doing my rounds, and the old man was screaming in pain. I mean, what was I supposed to do?
I don't understand. Aren't we rationing? It was well after the 48 hours.
Yeah, that's right, but it's not exact. Everybody's different.
Did he not give him Bitamucin?
Who?
The woman. King, the one I told you about, Mrs. King. In the other case, Robert treated a Sagittarian without the man's consent.
Well, that's something we probably should have done to all of them in the first place. This disease would have been gone by now.
I mean, they do that in the military. You can't deny any of that stuff.
People could be dying under Robert's care.
People die under my care every day. It goes with the damn job.
Yep.
Killing doesn't.
Killing?
It's true.
You are way out of line.
Oh, easy there, Ty.
Are you capable of doing a job? And are you going to stop making these unfounded accusations?
Unfounded? He's the ship's moral compass. Are you kidding me?
Dismissed.
I'm angry. I'm very angry.
Jesus.
Henderson!
Here we go.
Why don't you knock it off, Hilo? Get your teeth out of the doc's ass. It's not doing you any good.
Punch him in his good eye.
On New Caprica, he worked with the Resistance. He patched up my eye. While you were snuggled up in bed with your Cylon wife every night.
Bill came due. Bill came due.
You keep soiling Mike Roberts' good name, and we are going to finish this.
Oh, I look forward to it.
You better have the doc take a look at that hand, huh?
That little laugh, though. Maniacal. Ty is just like one of those characters that's evolved so much to where I like love watching every scene he's in, but at the same time, I want to punch him in the face, but I also like want to slap him on the back.
Sharon.
Safe for her to just be walking around? Like, do the civilians know that, like...
How's Sarah?
She got sick about an hour ago.
What are you talking about? No one told me.
They sent her to Dr. Robert.
Oh. She's part Cylon now, so maybe she'll be okay. I know, I don't trust him now. I trust Hilo implicitly.
I couldn't believe anyone could have that much hate inside of them.
But you understand how some of this doesn't
I'm
happen.
through talking. I think you should leave now.
Mrs. King,
It's time to go. Yeah.
What if I'm flying in death, not because I'm good at it, not because I'm the right guy for the job, but because it's the right punishment for the guy who crosses the line and everybody knows it?
That's not true.
Means it's your job to manage these people, Hilo, and you just gotta do it.
It's that easy, huh?
You're right. It's me. It's all in my
come on,
fucking
don't
head.
do that.
I didn't say that.
He just needs someone who believes him about Dr. Robert. And maybe he's wrong. I don't think so. But maybe he is. Are they all Sagittarians? Ugh.
Gotta try a bed, Hilo. You'll get more sleep that way.
Look. Guy goes in for a cough. He dies of heart failure. Oh, he likes Capricorns. The mortality rate was 6%. Sagittarians, 90%. 90% of the Sagittarians die while
I'm not
He's
going to listen to
targeting
this.
them.
You hear me?
They need a doctor, I get it.
God, you're not gonna let it go, are you?
No!
Can you do an autopsy on Mrs. King's son to see how he died?
Come on, Cuddle. Come on, Cuddle.
I did.
Uh-huh.
I checked King's son.
Uh-huh.
Melamec sickness.
Are you
He had
sure?
betamucin in his system. Now you just leave it and get out of here.
I don't know. That evidence is really overwhelming. Or is Cuddle gonna start looking through the records and figure it out and have a good talking? I don't... At this point, he's killing these people.
And Doc? I don't really feel so good.
Oh, not
Can you
D.
get some of that betamucin?
We're not gonna lose D, are we? This mystery is captivating. Hey, Carl without a shirt on. Thank you.
The soldier, Duala, she's sick. She went to the doctor. You have to do something.
There she is.
Ma'am, you're not supposed to be here. Let's go now.
You have to do something, Hilo.
Don't. Don't even think it.
Sharon, it's Duala.
Do it.
She'll be fine. You know, she'll take her meds, She'll be fine.
Stop saying... I hate when people say somebody will be fine. They never are.
This guy's dirty. I think he's a liar, and I think he's killing people because he's a racist son of a bitch.
Oh my god, I love Hilo so much. Oh, it makes my heart skip a frackin' beat.
Duala?
She's not dead, is she?
No, 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 no!
Oh.
Duala, hey.
Oh my god. Here, get her out of there. Take her to Coddle.
Hey, get the hell out of here.
Get the fuck out of my way, Doctor! Now!
Yeah. Thank you, Hilo.
Come on.
Security!
I'm fine with this. I'm 100% fine with this. Are they going to come and arrest Robert because Coddle knows the information now?
She says she doesn't want to go. Get your hand off me, Sergeant!
Oh! Oh, Hilo!
You told me he was a flake. You didn't tell me he was gay.
Shut the frack up! How is she?
She's been sedated, but she's okay.
Wait a minute.
Been sedated? Did he just sedate her again?
Seriously delusional. He needs help.
Yeah, and we should have given it to him.
He died of acute cell destruction. He was injected with a toxic bisphosphonate.
Now, obviously, you got a wrong reading here.
No! The old man, Mr. Buckminster, died of the same thing. There was no betamucin in his system.
You killed him, you sick fuck.
And what the hell happened to do no harm, Doctor?
Exactly.
I intervened because someone has to make the tough choices here. They're going to destroy themselves anyway. I mean, look at them. Look at them out there.
But why Sagittarians? Why not just old
They're like
people?
Worms falling on a hot rock.
You chose them because you don't like them.
Is there anything that you hate more than a Sagittarian?
I'll tell you what I hate, Mike. Being wrong. Captain Agathon, arrest this son of a bitch.
My pleasure, sir.
Justice for Hilo.
Right, she's one of the good ones.
I hope you got justice for your son. And now they'll never trust doctors.
Please, sit down.
You want to start with the words, I'm sorry? I apologize. You were right.
Somewhere we got lost. You being the lone voice in the wilderness, we're bound to stay that way for a while. This is my ship, and I owe you an apology.
Thank you.
It's not necessary, sir.
Yes, it is. Oh. Proud of you, Hilo. Yeah, I had a nasty fight with your wife. You need to talk. Why talk when you can kiss? Okay, it's no secret that I am like madly in love with Hilo these days. But you know, I found myself getting frustrated when he's talking to Admiral Adama and Ty and Coddle and like kind of airing his frustrations. And everyone knows, I don't want to say that Hilo is always right, but they know that he wouldn't come to them with an accusation if he didn't find it justified. And it's really irritating to take somebody who you know has really good character, and I get it. I get the execution of the Cylons before they were able to, you know, employ genocide. Again, thank you, Hilo. You know, the killing of Sharon to get her to go over and be resurrected to get his child. But like, he's never doing those things maliciously. Like, he doesn't have a malicious intent to cause harm. he literally wants to save as many people as possible. And that's so honorable. And that's one of the reasons why I absolutely love Hilo, is because he's a man of my own heart. I would do anything that I can to save as many people as possible. Him punching Ty in the face, I think, was called for. I think Ty has this way of, it's not like he talks shit and then gets like punched in the face and gets mad about it. Like, how dare you? He like picks at somebody's wound, and then when they lash out, he's calm, cool, collected, and is like, I'll be ready for round 2. It's something that I'm really appreciating about Ty. Like, it drives me crazy, but I would say that a lot of the men on this show, what I have seen, whether it is Hilo or Ty or even Adama and Coddle, is that they will openly admit when they were wrong and apologize for it. Maybe Ty doesn't apologize, but he will show definitely that he was wrong. And he even says it to Dr. Is it Rogers? I already forgot his name. But like, you know, he's like, yeah, but I was wrong. And I think that shows such a strength of character with a lot of these men. And I was like, Adama better apologize to him, because there is no reason for him to think that Hilo was lying about that situation. None whatsoever. Even with any of the transgressions that Hilo had throughout the past couple episodes, there's no reason to think that Hilo is a liar. One thing he doesn't do is lie. Like, he very much tells the truth. And yeah, he does things that you probably don't agree with. I agree with him. He's the person that's doing the things that I want to have done, so I'm fine with it. But, you know, having Adama apologize and then Hilo saying, like, you don't have to do that, and him saying, well, it's there anyway, I do feel like he owes an apology. You know, Hilo would give his life for this fleet. He would do anything he could for the survival of the people of this fleet. And, you know, there's some people that are in it selfishly that just, you know, want to shoot, you know, raiders out of the sky. Starbuck, where I know she also wants to save people, but I think like there's a little bit of a thrill there for her. And, you know, I do think that he genuinely wants to put his life on the line anytime he can to save people, and especially Hera, and especially Sharon. Now, I didn't like that. And I know Sharon probably feels less ostracized with the Sagittarians being aboard, that, you know, there's a whole new group of people to ostracize, and there's a whole new group of people that, you know, people can like put their nose up to. And I get when you don't like a certain group of people or a belief that they have. Believe me, I don't dig any of the religion on the show, but I don't put my nose up at it and say like I'm above it. I just am like, oh, like one more story. Okay. But I do that freely and open to you, but I would never do that to somebody's face. You know, I definitely believe that people are allowed to believe what they want to believe. And I'm also a fan of Ayurvedic medicine. And I also believe in masks and medicine and vaccines. You know, like I'm a person that like believes in results. You know, I don't let people play in my fears. And I also like seek the truth. So like it's one of those things that, like, where I have been the entire show is riding right down the middle, that you don't do a mass genocide to kill all the Cylons, because not all of them are bad, you know, and you save the ones that are good, but like space all the Leobins. It's fine. And maybe even some of the Simons, you know, it's just like you can ride the middle a lot. And, you know, you don't have to accept medicine. I totally get that. I am not for forced vaccinations whatsoever. I do believe that they save lives, but I also believe that it's your own choice to save your own life. And if you're not going to do that, wear a damn mask. At least care about other people. If you're not going to take care of yourself, that's one thing. That is your choice. That is your freedom. You do that or whatever. But if you can knowingly not hurt other people, do your best not to. If you can do your best not to add to a problem, and you can subtract from it and make life easier, please do so. You know, and I feel like that's me writing that line. Now, definitely, you know, he wasn't emotionally connected to the Sagittarians, and I totally get that, you know, except for Willie's mom, who I was like, the title of the episode is The Woman King. And then he said it when he was talking to everybody. He's like, the woman king. And I love that they put that as the title. But like, definitely there was an emotional connection there. And then he was afraid for Hera. But like, obviously he knew evidence-wise that the doc might not necessarily take it out on Hera and give her something that would kill her. Now, if he was definitely anti-Cylon, he'd probably do it. If he like had a hate towards Sharon, maybe. But also if he knew that that was Hilo's wife and child, I don't think that he would have done it necessarily. He might have. But I would also say that, you know, him openly going for the Sagittarians and knowing that Dee is a Sagittarian and Hilo, you know, he has an emotional connection to Dee. Like, you know, like when they were still up on Galactica and it was, you know, take care of his father, take care of the son, you know, like they're close and that's his friend and he cares about her. And, you know, the doctor giving her a heavy sedative and like she was up and walking around. And then when he grabbed her, I was like, he's going to do something to her. I don't know if he gave her another dose or not. We didn't see it, but you know, it's dangerous to put Dee in his care. And I'm glad Hilo stood his ground on that. And I'm glad that he didn't listen to Sharon and I'm glad he didn't listen to anybody else. And what a moment for Coddle to walk down there with Ty. Oh, what a moment. And like, I don't like that Coddle was fighting it so much, but I know, like, I was just like, yeah, but if that doctor gets arrested for his crimes, then Coddle's got to go down there and he doesn't want to be down there either. But you kind of want to back up your own. You want to back up the other doctors and say, like, he's doing the best that he can until the evidence is presented. And then you're like, I should look into this. The fact that they didn't run Willie's blood. Really? Really? I feel like they need to do, I know that they're short-staffed and they don't have, you know, the manpower or the time or even like the mental fortitude to go run blood tests and do autopsies. Like, I get it. Doc has to do all of them. And if there's, you know, 20 people that die a day, there's only so much Doc Coddle can do. So, I mean, I get it. I get that he was overwhelmed by the idea of even having to do it. But I'm glad ultimately the evidence was pointing in the right direction and it did show that there was, definitely choices that were being made to harm others. And whether you like them or not, they're your patient and you got to treat them. You know, I can't say dentistry and working in the medical field are quite the same, but there are definitely patients that I'm just like, I do not want to work on this person. He's a jerk. Like, he's mean every time he comes in. We had a patient that loved to tell me, you don't have any sense until you're 75 years old and you don't know nothing about the world. And like, I don't know how many times he said this exact line to me before I was like, just like, sir, I'm no longer going to work on you. And went and told the doctor, like, you got to boot him out of the office because we can't work on him anymore. And you can only take so much, and I get it, but I don't know what the Sagittarians' disbelief of medicine has to do with him treating them. Because if anything, I'd want to be the doctor to be like, look at how miraculous medicine is. Ha ha ha. Don't you believe now? Like, you know, I would try to just show them the best and ultimate care possible and, you know, make them kind of change their minds about it. But instead, if you're going to be the doctor that kills everybody because you don't like their belief, well, yeah, you're Dr. Death then, and you gots to go. It's no good. It's no good at all. But I mean, these are more, I guess it would be episodic. Is that what it is? When they're like very much individual episodes. But I do like when they have those, so they make characters shine, and then they show the troubles of being on a ship that like, overpopulation's an issue, and you know that there are separations from planets and that there are different customs and beliefs. Like, that stuff exists, that you can have an epidemic on your hands and not be able to treat it and have to ration medicine. Like, it shows what the actual troubles would be of having to live this way. And I actually love that about this show, is that they don't kind of gloss over it like everyone's just having fun. This is great. Now we get a lot of the military point of view and not a lot of the civilian point of view. And I think we're getting a lot of that now in this season. And I rather like this episode. I guess it has more of a personal meaning for me, just being kind of a little bit more connected to medicine. And I mean, let me tell you, like, there are definitely Ayurvedic things that you can do that are very helpful to your health. So don't dismiss things necessarily. But, you know, also I would be the person to say, do your research and just be knowledgeable without being irrational. That's all. Okay, guys, if you want to watch the full-length reaction to this episode, it will be available on my Patreon and up to 4 episodes early. But in the meantime, like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. You know what? We don't have to talk about vaccines. We don't have to talk about any of that stuff. But I would just say, like, were you following Hilo? And was Hilo definitely the person you were like, no, he's the guy. He's the moral compass. He does the right thing. At least what he thinks is always the right thing. It's normally the thing that I think is the right thing. But like, were you Team Hilo, or were you like, dude, shut up, let him kill him? Because there might be some people out there who's like, oh, you don't like medicine? You gotta go. I don't know. I think the rosé is hitting. So I'm going to cut this one a little bit short. But guys, in the meantime, remember to, yeah, you know what? Rosé's hit me again. Yeah, I think I'm done for the night. Getting a little, spacey. Spacey's the word for it. Spacey's the direct word for it. Yep, that's me. Little spacey. Okay, guys, I'm going to go. I have that much left, and then I'm calling it a night. So in the meantime, guys, I'll see ya. And